Good morning children, this is class 5th EVS book. Let's do explanation of lesson 7, water and its sources. Children, we learn about importance of water, sources of water, water in our homes, how we get water in our homes, getting underground water. Now we will learn about water for irrigation. Irrigation is the artificial application of water to the soil through various systems of tube pumps and sprays. Irrigation water can come from groundwater through springs or wells, surface water through rivers, lakes or reservoirs, or even other sources such as treated wastewater or desalinated water. By irrigation, we mean supplying the water to the plants with the help of other means such as rivers, canals, wells, tube wells and hand pumps. The government has started multi-purpose river project to check and collect the river water in a reservoir for irrigation purposes. These multi-purpose river projects not only supply water from drinking and growing crops but also help in generating electricity and controlling floods. Now, water requirement for field crops. Water requirement may be defined as the quantity of water regardless of its source required by a crop or diversified pattern of crops in a given period of time for its normal growth under field conditions at a place. The water need of a crop thus consists of transpiration plus evaporation. Therefore, the crop water need is also called evapotranspiration. There exist crop like rice or sugarcane which need more water than crops like beans and wheat, peas, lentils, fava beans, cabbage requires less amount of water. Also, the frequency of irrigation varies from soil to soil. Sandy soil requires more water than black soil. Along with this, the requirement of water is influenced by the seasons. For example, in summer, when the rate of evaporation is high, water requirement also increases. Methods and different ways of irrigation. We irrigate the crops by using different methods. In most of the areas, wells and tube wells are the major sources of irrigation. Also, in some areas, tanks and canals are used for this purpose. Different ways of irrigation are as follows. First, flood irrigation. Flood irrigation is an ancient method of irrigating crops. Very simply, water is delivered to the field by ditch pipe or some other means and simply flows over the ground through the crop. Although flood irrigation is an effective method of irrigation, it is certainly not efficient compared with other options. Second, furrow irrigation. Furrow irrigation is conducted by creating small parallel channels along the field lengths in the direction of predominant slope. Water is applied to the top end of each furrow and flows down the field under the influence of gravity. Water may be supplied using gated pipe, siphon and head ditch or ventless systems. Third, sprinkle irrigation. An irrigation sprinkler is a device used to irrigate agricultural crops. Sprinkler irrigation is a method of applying irrigation water which is similar to natural rainfall. Water is distributed through a system of pipes, usually by pumping. It is then spread into the air through sprinklers so that it breaks up into small water drops which falls to the ground. Fourth, water wheel irrigation. The water wheel is an ancient device that uses flowing or falling water to create power by means of paddles mounted around a wheel. The force of the water moves the paddles and consequent rotation of the wheel is transmitted to machinery. We can use the water wheel to supply drinking water to the villagers. The wheel can also be transferred to a machine which helps to grind grains. Now children, explanation of lesson 7, water and its sources is completed. Your homework is to read lesson 7 very nicely. Thank you children.